everyone, welcome to our new episode of What's That Fruit? I'm Po.
And I'm Vanessa.
And today I would love to show you guys dates.
Yes, and this batch in particular is very unique because these are fresh dates. And I never know there were fresh dates before.
Yeah.
Because dates are not local to Thailand. They came from the desert area. But now in Thailand, we have a lot of orchards that grow dates. And this batch in particular is from Nakhon Si Thammarat province in the south of Thailand. From one of our fans, Nong Dame, naka, from Mali Palm, Thailand. So if you guys are in Thailand around this time of the year, which is in July, oh my God, you will find so many fresh dates that are grown by Thai people. Not only this yellow variety, there are also the red variety. So wait for that clip. But now we have the yellow variety first.
Right.
So,
many of you guys have already tasted dates, but I believe most of them are dried dates. And
which are good though.
which are great. Yeah, they're really sweet, they're very enjoyable and provides very, very high energy.
Yes, and nutrients and potassium and everything. And just like when you want a piece of chocolate cake, sometimes if you just eat one or two, you know, like very sweet,
Just to satisfy your sweet tooth, and then it's a sugar
it's so
craving,
nice.
you know, during the day.
But the dried ones and the fresh ones are nothing the same. Like they're
very different.
Yes.
Yeah. So not many of you have tasted fresh dates. So that's our objective for today. We're going to review what fresh dates taste like.
Yes, and can I show you how beautiful this bunch is? This bunch is 6 kilograms.
Oh, we got a big bunch here. It's pretty heavy. Can you lift it, Vanessa?
It's so pretty, you guys. Oh my God, it's so hard for me to lift, and I have clipped off a few already, a few of these strands already to watch them to show you guys. But oh my God, the first time I saw this bunch, what did you feel like the first time you ever see this in real life?
It's humongous. I mean, it doesn't look like it weighs a lot, but this bunch weighs 6 kilograms or around 12 pounds. That's quite a bit of weight to be sending through the mail. And we're really grateful for the orchard owner to give us a chance to taste, you know, freshly picked, freshly harvested fresh dates.
Yes, and the first time we had these, I didn't know there is a particular way to bite into it. But many orchards now in Thailand, they give you, they would send the dates shipped to your house and send you instructions of how exactly to bite on it. And if you bite the wrong way, it will be more sour than sweet.
It's interesting.
So we'll try.
Yeah, and there are a number of varieties of dates that are grown here in Thailand. This particular one, which variety is this, Vanessa?
This one is called Bahi.
Bahi.
And I'm not even sure if I pronounce it right. If it's like Bahi or Bahi. So please forgive our pronunciation. But I was instructed to call it Bahi. So we're calling this Bahi. So, okay, you guys. People, how do we start?
Well, let's start with the external appearance of fresh dates. What says you?
I'm gonna pick one from here.
Yes, you can see the color is golden yellow, and it's really, really nice. It doesn't really have any smell when you smell it. I can't smell anything. Do you smell anything?
It's just like a piece of wood. That's how I feel. Just like a piece of wood.
It's like about the size of a large olive with really shiny, like skin with some brownish markings on the outside.
Yes, and it kind of looked like a big bunch of grapes.
Yeah.
Like one of the, if it's in purple or green, I would think it's grapes.
Yeah. And it's pretty hard. I mean, you can't really squeeze it.
No, you cannot.
It's pretty,
It's like raw olive.
Right. It's pretty hard. Wow.
Very harder than olives.
I'm sure if I squeeze it that hard, it'd probably break.
Really?
Yeah. But I mean, if you use, your finger to try to push on it, it's pretty hard. Yeah.
Right.
And it doesn't smell like anything. But it's ripe, right?
It is ripe.
Ready to eat.
It's ready to be eaten. And the first time I had it, like years ago, I thought you had to peel, like use a knife to peel off the skin and eat the insides. But
Wow.
actually, the instruction is to just bite the whole thing.
So what's the proper way to eat it, Vanessa?
Okay, let's begin.
All right, let's show you the way to enjoy fresh dates.
Yes, so the utensils are your hands. Because you cannot use a fork
It's
to
too
pick it
hard.
up.
Yeah.
Paul, he uses fork all the time to pick up all the fruits.
For hygienic purposes, right?
Right, you're like, we invent tools for a reason.
That's true. Why invent tools if we don't use them?
Why have hands if you don't use them?
Or you use hands to grasp on the tools.
Oh my God, let's do it the prehistoric way.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna pick the biggest one.
Okay.
I'm trying to find it, they're all the same size.
They're all the same size.
This one I think is the
Okay.
biggest.
So how are we supposed to enjoy this,
First
Vanessa?
of all, you wash them first. So
Right.
you cut them off from the bunch, or you like take the fruits off from the bunch, wash them the way you would wash your fruits, and then put them in the refrigerator. That'd be really nice.
Yeah, they taste better chilled.
Yes, that's how I feel. So these ones are refrigerated, and you don't bite on the butt.
No? You don't bite on the butt?
Because okay, this one is the where the stem comes from, right? And this one is the butt area. How do you call how to
The
properly?
tail end.
The tail end. I'm so sorry.
The butt.
Okay, the tail end. So we don't bite on the tail end. We don't bite on.
I believe it's the bottom.
the bottom
Okay.
half. You don't
The
bite.
on the bottom.
You don't bite at the beginning here, and you don't bite at the tail end or the bottom half. You actually bite on this part.
Really?
Like
Is
in the
it-
middle, on the
Does it
stomach
really
area.
make a difference?
Every orchard, you guys, every orchard that I have ordered from, or people who grow these things, they would give the same instruction. Hold on to these dates like this, and then bite in the middle and go around.
Huh, bite them on the sides.
Right. So we are going to try. So the
Okay.
first one, we are going to do it the way that the orchards instructed us, and then we are going to disobey their instructions.
Okay, we'll try biting at the end
I
first.
love
Okay, let's
disobeying
do that.
instructions. Let's do. Okay, this is the right way, as they say. They say this way it will be sweeter. There's a pit inside, so you guys gotta be careful.
It's definitely crunchy.
Very
It's
crunchy.
certainly crunchy.
Can you hear?
Very, very crunchy. Not very juicy, but you can still feel some moisture inside the flesh. There are two things I noticed when I first bite into it. One of them is this astringency, like it makes your mouth and tongue a little bit puckered, and followed by the sweetness, like cane sugar sweetness. Yeah.
Actually, when I was growing up in Thailand, I used to bite on sugar canes. Like the sugar cane stick. This one has that same crunch and texture. The only difference is that this one you actually swallow the whole thing. You don't spit the fibers out.
Oh, you don't swallow the pit.
No,
You
you
remove
don't swallow the pit. You guys, be careful of the pit.
Yeah, you remove the pit, or you don't eat the pit.
No, yeah, you don't eat the pit.
But then the rest of it, yeah, you can enjoy.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
I finished. So that was sweet. There is some tartness to it. It has this like tart feeling on your. There's an aftertaste.
It's not tart. It's astringency.
You think? Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like
What's the difference between astringency and tart?
tart is sour.
Tart is sour.
This is not sour.
What is it? What is
This is-
astringent?
Astringent is in Thai it's called fat.
Oh,
It makes your tongue and your cheek a little like
tingling, like tingle.
puckered. They call it puckered, like it
Really?
kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it has this like weird cover, weird coat on your tongue and inside of your mouth. But the more you bite on it and the more you eat it, it's just like you habituate to that.
Yeah. But it's really sweet though, right?
It's really sweet. I cannot taste any sourness.
Right.
It's mostly sweetness.
It's only sweetness and this feeling of like puckered mouth thing.
Right. Very enjoyable. Very enjoyable. The first time, if you hadn't have a meal since, before the first bite of this fruit, you will feel like, oh my God, you'll salivate so much. Like, what's going on? I think the brain is thinking, oh, what's going on, with what you just had. And then you salivate, and then you start eating. You love it. So in front of a Netflix series, before you binge on your Netflix,
I can eat this
option.
as like a snack in front of the TV or a movie or something like that. It's really enjoyable. You got to be careful about the pit though. I mean, you might swallow it or get lodged in your throat.
Or you can cut it open and throw away the pits before.
Right, yeah. Use a knife, cut it in half, get the pit out, and then you can enjoy the whole thing.
Right. And let's try it the wrong way.
From the bottom?
From the bottom to see if it's actually more sour
sure.
or it doesn't taste good or whatever.
Oh, you're right.
Oh my God. The first time that I disobey rules and I don't like it.
When you bite it from the bottom first, it is significantly more astringent. I think it's more concentrated at the bottom, this astringency.
So the orchard owners know what they're talking about.
Yeah, almost like a slightly bitter taste,
Not pleasant.
It's you can taste, overall it's very similar, but the astringency and is much higher, and you can sense a slight bitterness to it that you can't taste when you bite it on the side.
If you bite on it the right way, I think the first note is sweetness. Like, oh, this fruit is sweet. When you bite on the bottom, for your first bite, the first note is like not as pleasant. It's not as sweet. So they're right, you guys. That's amazing.
Just the crunch of it is very enjoyable.
I think it's so much better if we're gonna binge watch something on Netflix to have this instead of potato chips. What do you think?
And it's not too sweet. It's unlike the dried version where it's sometimes it can be like syrupy and really like honey sweet.
Like too much.
It's like too much, right? This thing is enjoyably sweet. And yeah, you know what I mean?
Enjoyably sweet.
Yeah.
And you don't choke on it.
It's not too sweet, but still quite sweet. Not honey sweet, not syrup sweet, but you can tell it has the same, sugar or sweetness to it. Yeah.
So all in all, I love this fruit so much, and it's something that I look forward to every July in Thailand. And even though it's a desert plant, it's in the palm family, but it grows so well in Thailand. It loves the climate in Thailand, and I'm so happy that we're growing a lot of this in Thailand.
Right. Yeah, and you get a lot of fiber. You get a lot of potassium from eating fresh fruits, and
just so nice.
yeah, what's not to like?
Yes, and the fibers. Oh my God, so much fiber.
Yeah.
When you bite on it, you can
sense like the fiber. Actually, the fiber is what gives it the crunch.
Right.
Yeah.
So fiber.
Very high in fiber. Yeah.
It's so great. So you guys, we hope you enjoyed this episode of What's That Fruit and trying this amazing fruit with us. And we hope to bring more fruits to you. Fruits that are local to Thailand.
Yep.
Or fruits that are not local to Thailand, like this variety, but can be grown in Thailand right now, and Thai people are enjoying them so much. And we highly encourage, if you travel to Thailand or if you live here, to explore the universe of fruits available here in Thailand. And there are fruits that might go extinct. Is that how you call fruits?
Rare. Endangered fruits.
Endangered fruits that are local to Thailand, and it's not in the mainstream right now because it doesn't ship well. It's not the taste that people love the most because now people love the very sweet, the sweet and sour and salty. So the ones that are too sour or not as sweet or don't ship well, they tend to not get grown more and more, and we're losing a lot of varieties of fruit. So we are making these episodes to preserve those fruits, or to at least preserve in memory on YouTube. So if you like this kind of content, please click like for this clip so more people can see this content. And if you want to see more of the fruits that we plan to show you, please make sure to tap slightly, ever so slightly on the subscribe button and tap on the bell notification so you'll be notified every time this clip comes up. Okay, สวัสดีค่ะ
Take good care everyone
Bye bye
bye bye